2, 1, 2, 3.
Hello everyone from Montreal. I'm with one of Montreal's finest authentic blues players, but actually you are from Argentina.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
And today we're going to talk about the blues and all that stuff. He's very active online, so I'll share his socials in the description or in the comment, the pinned comment. So I know a lot of people who watch my YouTube channel are in it for the jazz or the gypsy jazz. But I want my channel to be about music in general because it's still kind of related. There are certain things that are universal. And I wanted to talk to a blues musician because I like the blues, I love the blues, but I'm not very knowledgeable about it. And one thing I want to talk about is this fact that, you go online or just look at the guitar lesson ads, people say, oh, I teach all styles, I teach blues, blah, blah, blah. But often they just know how to play the pentatonic scale. So and I've always said this in my videos, just because you know how to play the pentatonic scale doesn't mean that you know how to play the blues. So can you talk to us about where you come from, like Argentina and blues?
Well, yes, I come from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, the capital. I am here in Montreal. It's been like more than 12 years. And well, always since the 90s playing blues. I start getting into the blues through the Rolling Stones. I discovered the Rolling Stones albums from my father, and I just start listening to that music, and I just immediately, that sound kept my attention, and I didn't know the name of that music was blues. I just was that sound, And well, one thing, another thing, I discovered the name of the style of music, and I start listening to the radio and just writing names, Stevie Ray Vaughan, or whatever, and start buying albums and learning the language. As we used to do that, years ago. We put the vinyl or the CD or the cassette and repeat and repeat and repeat the thing, learning the notes, learning the scales. I took lessons with some teachers, but nobody taught me the blues as I wanted to play it, Then I discovered some films like Crossroad with Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid guy, And that was another, I was 14, 15 years old at that time. And start getting to the blues and listening to more and more and more and discovering more. And then start playing with other musicians better than me. That was cool and great. My friend Gabriel taught me a lot of things. It's the pentatonic scale, Martin, look. But well, it wasn't enough, playing the pentatonic scale. It's never enough. Well, developing my language, my style, my tone, I believe tone and sound comes from fingers, not from guitars. It doesn't matter if you have an expensive or a cheap guitar, If it's in good shape, it sounds good. Well, then I came to Montreal in 2010 and I started playing gigs and summer festivals and just playing more here. That's it. That's my story.
Nice. So actually I'm curious, like in Argentina and Buenos Aires, was there a big, strong blues scene?
Yes. A really, really big, strong blues. Really purist also. There's purist blues. I learned a lot. That's why also, I don't know, maybe in the 90s I had the chance to see some of the great players in Argentina, but a lot of big names from the States, they used to go to play to Argentina. Albert King, B.B. King, Albert Collins, I don't know.
So it's a big blues capital.
Big blues capital, yes.
So that was very important for your learning all the songs. And
Yes, learning the songs and learning to play it well.
so,
Because fortunately, again, I always play with musicians with a high level of knowledge in blues and in music.
so they'll tell you stuff like, don't do this. Or,
Don't do this, do that, or if you play, I don't know, something fancy, you see, all the everybody's looking at you because you say, okay, yeah, it's good, but it's not the style. So that extra, what's the word? That extra
mentorship. Maybe.
Yeah, or that extra level of pressure, of playing the right thing makes you play,
understand the music,
understand the language of blues.
The community is very important. This is what I say in my videos too. For same thing for jazz, gypsy jazz, I'm sure bluegrass, any style of music.
Yes, you should go out and play with musicians, with real musicians. Don't use backing tracks. I mean, just for study a little bit and try playing with musicians, with other. Even if it's not the same style, I like to play with you. Sometimes he's more jazz and gypsy jazz. I love gypsy jazz. I played a little bit in Argentina with my brother years ago, but I just learned the basics. But we can play together, It's music is only one language.
Yeah, but they're missing a lot of information. I know, what I call very superficial blues. I think I can survive, but I can tell, I go to the jam sessions sometimes in Japan and I see we were talking in the car. Sometimes you go to what makes it a real blues musician, apart from someone who just knows maybe a few licks, is when you go to the jam sessions, they know all the same songs, and they know that on this song they're gonna do this here, they're gonna play this arrangement here.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, there's some standards arrangements played, but the great names, I don't know, Muddy Waters, Albert King, when you are playing a slow blues and in some point of that solo you just do that and it's a break, like like a lot of things like that. T-Bone Walker, more than arrangements, I would say the rhythm of the song, if you are playing a T-Bone Walker, like we were talking about this song a few minutes ago, it's more on the other side, if you play a more Chicago shuffle, is more. It's about rhythm also. We play 3 chords, so we should be creative. Creativity, it's with rhythm, I believe. How you play the rhythm, the speech, what you say, because we only have 3 chords and 1 scale. The pentatonic, minor, major, Mixolydian. I call it the hybrid scale, when we mix, when we get the that's more minor, major scale, pentatonic.
We have to choose the right ones at the right moment.
Yes, that's the thing, how you mix or blend those, how you get those sounds. For me, are sounds that I learned. My process of learning was my first 10 years learning by ear. Put the CDs or the cassettes. I have my cassettes downstairs, or the vinyls, and learning by ear. I know the basic structure of the pentatonic scale, box, because sometimes I just do classic. That's it, it's more than enough. But then find that song. I remember there's a song released, the album from the Stevie Ray Vaughan and his brother Jimmy, called Hard to Be. Was something like, it's a rock and roll, at that time I just played minor pentatonic scale, but the intro, the solo of Stevie was that
Major.
phrase. I said, and so I spent like a week, like, what is it? No, until I just decided doing the sixth, you know.
Ah. So you just change one note from the pentatonic.
Yeah, for my pentatonic. Yeah, so and the minor, major, third hammer, yeah, and the sixth again here.
So.
Yes, that was the phrase that was a key for me, you know. I was young, you know.
That's very cool. But that's a big discovery.
Big discovering, you know. I'm still remembering that thing even after all these years.
So, of course, basically, if you know the basic shape, it's good. But it's also knowing which notes to change and when to change them.
Yes, and you learn that. It's like learning, as I used to say to my students, it's like, it's like learning a new language. You want to learn, Italian, you know. It's not only words, it's how you put and when you put those words. For me, are sounds more than the sixth. That was, then my second 10 years, I start studying more and learning more about intervals, notes, and, you know. But it's discovering that sound, which is not in the classic box, you know. And then, of course, second thing, it's microtones.
The bends,
bendings and all that stuff. Even if you pay attention to early Eric Clapton, he plays a lot the major seventh in blues. Yeah,
okay.
So he does something like.
So what's that?
Major seventh, you know.
But he goes back up.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't stay in the major seventh. And then, depending the style of blues you are playing, usually, as I told you a few minutes ago, blues for me is major. There's no minor. I mean, we play minor blueses, but it's like small, you know. We play in a 25, 30 songs set list. We play 2 or 3 minor blueses, and then it's all shuffle. Yeah, or depending if you play blues swing, like 6th chord. Yeah. More West Coast blues, you know. Or 7th, of course, if you play along, I like to do.
What's that rhythm?
What?
That rhythm? That rhythm that you play. So can you start with 1,
2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
because it's a pickup, yeah? It's a pickup.
Okay.
It's triplets, and there's one triplet pickup, yeah?
Okay.
So we have dominant, 7th chord, 13th chord, 9th chord, yeah? Power chord.
These are all different styles too, like you said.
In the major side of the blues, you know. Then we have, of course, the classic "The Thrill Is Gone." Yeah?
That's minor.
Minor, yeah. Okay, the one which is not in the. I mean, it's outside for me, minor blues, yeah.
Okay.
Even I play sometimes because of the Gypsy jazz. I play sometimes 13th song. Sorry, this minor 6th. Sometimes
jazz
and I highlight the 6th, yeah.
That's more jazzy.
For me, when I play minor blues, it's for my taste, it's more jazzy for me. I like jazz up.
Are there
my minor blues
in the purist style? Are there players like that?
No, they play minor pentatonic.
Okay, so it's more of your personal.
It's
thing.
my personal approach. You have in minor. Yeah, and they use even A. Sorry, I am in B. They stay. They don't follow the changes. Yeah? Or they follow the changes by bendings. Because you change the pitch. So you can follow like Albert King. For me, he followed the changes because of his bendings by ear.
So some players, by ear. Some players maybe not. Some players more. So it depends on the players.
Yeah, if you follow more the changes, you play more modern blues. The modern players.
So on the question, if we go back to blues in A, like at the end, you have this. What do you play here? I'm always curious.
No, a ninth.
I'm sorry, in the soloing.
I play. My approach, I call it the hybrid scale, which is when I blend minor, major, pentatonic scale, which is kind of mixolydian, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not mixolydian because for me, when I play mixolydian, sound. That's not bluesy. That's mixolydian for me. It's more modal, yeah.
But over the E, which one? Like A?
Play E. E chord. I don't know.
A minor pentatonic.
Yeah, then I could do. That's.
So now you play the changes.
I play the changes now, yeah. Yeah, and I play the arpeggio also. Look. I bend the minor third to the major.
So now you switch kind of like E blues, like
Yes.
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 So people do that. And how about the D? Same thing.
You change, yes. But if you want to just keep it super traditional, just play pentatonic of A. Stay there.
But use your ears to find.
Yeah, and use the ear to find bend
where you
and
should go.
find. Yes. Usually, it's nice when you desestabilize. I use the word desestabilization because it's kind of a short bending. It's not a quarter. It's not a half step. It's something in between. Over the flat third, over the flat seven. Again, flat seven. And be careful with the fourth. Or 11th in this case. Always, also because if you think about the chord we get from the pentatonic scale is C. It is minor 7th. So the fourth is a lot of tension, the 11th. So blues players, they used to do to the blue note or to the fifth.
I see.
Yeah,
but by ear.
By ear.
They don't know why, but it's I should go here.
Yeah, and it's the style that asking you for that, it's the music, and also always with. We need to. It's kind of a slide playing, when you play the slide. Blue note, minor, major third, sixth. Box 3, major third, sixth. Blue note.
Articulation, so you have to just not be in one box. You have to find the best.
Well, that's up to you. Also, there's the classic articulation. It's the classic diagonal we play in the beginning. It's box 5. I slide to box 1, and I go to the.
I don't know those words. Box 5. Box
okay,
1.
yeah. I just name it. Yeah, that thing.
Yes, and I see a lot of people do that.
Yeah, that's one diagonal. But also, it's nice when you play. Like, so for me, it's like. The 4 dimensions of the fretboard is vertically, horizontally, playing like this. Vertically, of course. Diagonal like this. Or you can play. And also this diagonal. Yeah, we can do.
Oh, nice. What was that?
the seventh. So I did this angle, yeah. That's more my way of playing, which is I try to develop my approach. But if you want to play classic, vibrato, bending on the flat third, on the flat seventh, on the fourth, be careful.
On the flat seven, you're not bend. It's kind of like in between bend. Like
Yeah. I like the sixth.
So you learn all this stuff by listening to your records. Or
Yes,
from the
I learned
people?
that. I learned that by listening to records and by just stealing information from other player I used to play.
So maybe for beginners, a good start is like, of course, learn your basic shapes, but then from there, listen to the record and see what changes and where to play this.
Yes. I think that I started sharing with you a few minutes ago. It's like I think that I discovered years ago too. It's like, okay, why I prefer or I like more BB King than, I don't remember now, let's say Buddy Guy, two legends, why I prefer putting a BB King album than a Buddy Guy that I hear. I know everything about Buddy Guy. It's a legend, I learn a lot from him. But when I listen him, I say why, So then I start discovering BB, for example. He used more the sixth and the more major sweet sound. That Buddy Guy, he's playing is more minor pentatonic scale and more. I don't want to say sloppy, but more raw.
Yeah.
More raw is he's playing.
So basically, even in those days, everyone had their own style. Everyone.
Of course. Yes, that's why you should learn from. Yes, you should learn from the old guys too. Yeah, T-Bone Walker. If you listen to the first records of BB King, he played like T-Bone Walker. It was his influence, T-Bone. And then he started developing his own. If you listen to My Kind of Blue or Singing the Blues, also the 50s records,
okay.
you can hear that. You can hear T-Bone Walker, BB playing like T-Bone Walker, his influence.
So let's talk then about, like, if you go to a jam session, what are like very typical standards, like a few?
I mean, you should learn. It's more like shuffle in A or shuffle in E or slow blues in C, quick change or not.
I see. Quick change, for those who
Quick
don't know,
change,
it's
it's-
for the A7, second bar D7.
Second bar you go to the
That's
second
what
bar
we-
you go to the
quick
fourth. Yeah, that's a quick change. And that's it. Just we start.
The little
And the
variations.
singer or whoever which is singing, he starts singing something.
Okay.
But of course, if there's a break or something, could be some Albert King, stuff. You need to listen to the three kings to learn the Albert King, Freddie King, B.B. King, Albert Collins. I like
Martin King?
Martin, yeah, Martin. And then also, of course, B.B. King. I don't know, Ronnie Earl. I spent a few years listening to carefully Ronnie Earl. I like his playing. He's from here, from the States, Massachusetts. And he's super clean. In the 90s, he has a lot of albums. Amazing player. Charlie Buddy,
Yes.
if you like West Coast jump and all that stuff, bluesy, jazzy, tradition. He played everything.
For those who know Gypsy jazz, he used to go to Django and June all the time. That's where I
Yeah.
met him.
Yeah, he was an amazing gypsy jazz guitar player too. I mean, you need to know, you need to enjoy. I mean, you don't need to sit down and study something for the jam. You don't need to just enjoy the music and listening to the music again and again. You need to sit down and put music, which I find maybe nowadays we have access to a lot of music, but it's harder to sit
too
down.
much.
I say to my students, just listening to. I remember in the 90s too, when I learned, I just put a cassette while I was doing something, and I just learned the arrangements, the keys, the solos by repetition, you know, just listening. And that's important. Just listen to the music, listen to the classics like, I don't know, from T-Bone Walker, or early if you like acoustic blues from the 30s, the 40s, from Robert Johnson. Listen to, if you find a song that you like now, played by someone now, just try to find the roots of that, the original version of that song. That's amazing. I was surprised a lot of times, you know, about the original versions. And sit down, and it's a language. Just sit down and learn the inflections. It's a speech when you play. It's not a scale. A scale is just words. I mean, or letters. It doesn't mean you will write poetry just because you know the letters.
Sure.
So there's a speech, there's an introduction, something to say, the call and response thing, you know, in blues we do it a lot. But I don't think about that.
Sure.
I just learn it through the music.
Well, then maybe one more topic similar to that. Can you show me a few classic things you can do in a turnaround, like as a rhythm player?
Turnarounds, well, we can start from the...
So
sorry, my bad, again.
Oh, beautiful.
You know? Yeah.
So that's on beat 2? So like...
Well, yeah.
So from here...
You should... my bad again, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Can they do... Is that or...
Yeah. And we start.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about a few more? A few more.
A few more. Well, the same, but with the low strings, as I show you right here. Yeah, we start from the major third of my root, always the turnaround here. This one or this one from the major third, yeah? From that C sharp. This one, I like this one.
So, can you show me?
So string number 4 and string number 2. And then...
I see.
Yeah.
So that's on beat 2, so if I do like...
Always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, and we start again the 12th. Also, you can play something more, well, single notes. Something like more with chords like.
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry.
Okay.
7th, D9, diminished. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then you can do yes, or you can just continue playing. That's a nice. Also turn around to move your fingers to this area, from here to here, and start playing an A here. A13th.
Ah.
Inversion, yeah.
West Montgomery like this chord.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My root is here in my A.
Nice.
And then also.
Oh, that's very nice. So.
Yeah, you can do it as a turnaround. Yeah, so. Yeah. Or if you are in a slow blues, something more Albert Collins. Yeah, you are here.
Again from in time, like from E7.
1, 3, 4.
of information. So get into the language. If you like music, jazz, gypsy jazz, blues, whatever, find a community, listen to the music. That's the moral. And that's why I want to do this video with Martin, to show you a different perspective, but still the same story.
Yes, it's always the same story.
So check out his social media. Hit him up for lessons if you want. You give online lessons too?
Yes, of course. Here in Montreal.
Thank you so much, Martin.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Beautiful.